what are the things that you see most commonly that small business owners or CEOs the mistakes that they make, right? Why they don't grow as fast as they would like, or maybe not grow as fast as the next company.
No, it's a great question, and it's actually the answer is can be somewhat complicated based on the situation and
Mm-hmm.
where things are, where the industry is, what the economy looks like. So there's really no great answer. If you go back to if you look at the long-term investing of things, buying houses in 2007 or real estate in 2007 was probably a difficult, bad move, but it was a great move in
Mm-hmm.
2009, right? A lot of people lost a lot in 2007 betting on real estate, but certainly if they bet on it in 2009, going against the grain, they did pretty well. But again, just a couple year difference in the industry and the economy makes all the
Mm-hmm.
difference. So there's no one
Mm-hmm.
size fits all. Something that I've seen a lot these days, particularly with the attention startups have gotten and entrepreneurship has gotten, it's become more mainstream. A lot of entrepreneurs they focus on the capital raising process. We're so taken by stories of companies that grow and get a lot of funding and then have a big cash out and everyone becomes kind of filthy rich, and those certainly happen, but they're few and far between. But one thing that I see a lot of entrepreneurs doing is they spend a lot of time seeking capital, seeking funding through a variety of ways, but they're not focusing on providing a service, addressing an opening in the market. A basic way
Mm-hmm.
of saying it, you ask someone, why are you starting a business? A lot of times someone will say, well, I want to make some money. We got to make some money. We all have to make money to pay some bills and accomplish what we want to
Definitely.
accomplish. But there's there's a lot of distraction around that. And I think one quick story on that, there was someone had a poll on LinkedIn the other day, and they were saying, what's the best skill that an entrepreneur, a founder needs, right? And he said, well, is it business savvy, being able to find customers, have good operations? Is it leadership, building the right team and inspiring others, or is it storytelling and the like of fundraising, right? Basically saying things
Mm-hmm.
the right way to get people excited. And certainly we do need to communicate our value to people, whether you're trying to raise money from an investor or whether you're just trying to sell a service to a client, whether that's an expensive piece of software or someone coming to do some landscaping. You do need to be able to communicate the value of your business to that customer. But if a lot of people are focusing, oh, I can tell a great story, I can get people excited, I can sell the vision. Well, that's is a piece of it, but if that's all you have going on, you're going to run into some troubles. And I always like to use the examples of WeWork and Theranos, two companies with very great storytellers that told a lot of
Right.
stories, right? I think sometimes storyteller has the thought of being someone that's not being honest, and you saw what happened to
Yeah, that's
those;
a great
they ended up
example.
folding. And but I think just focusing too much on that storytelling, on how do I get money, how do I raise money, how do I get investors, how do I make money, that becomes an obstacle that a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs have to overcome to ultimately succeed.
Most definitely. I think that's really good for you know startup founders, entrepreneurs, and even those you know from my side, I've seen quote unquote business owner entrepreneurs that think they're business owner entrepreneurs, but essentially what they've done is they took out a big loan through SBA and they bought a company, and they were really good at doing that, right? But now they actually have to operate that company. They actually have to do sales in that company and marketing in that company and hire and fire people and cast a vision and all these other things. And they're not really good at that. So to your point of the storytelling part, I think for these small growing companies, it's you have to be sort of self-aware to know, okay, what am I good at? And how can I see that playing out, right? If I'm good at putting together pitch decks, well, maybe I should be a pitch deck consultant, right? I heard they make pretty good money. And and move to Palo Alto and just, get paid $10,000 per pitch deck or whatever they're paying these days. Or if if I successfully bought, and even strategically bought, a $1-2 million small company, well, now what? Okay. I mean, do I have the background, the ability to grow it? And if I don't, and maybe you don't figure that out until you get into it. So there's that. Maybe there's someone in that situation right now. It's surrounding yourself with the right people to know, what to do next. So I think that's really good, insight. So if that's one thing, telling stories, right? And I agree. I'm in marketing. I like telling stories, right? That's a big deal, right? You have to communicate stuff very well, and you have to convince people that what you have is the best. Hopefully, it is on the back end, right? To your point.